The name's Davis. Sid Davis. And I got some good stories to tell to the youth. I've saved the lives of many kids. Each of my movies gets played at schools. They're shown to many. They're just total fucking idiots. I tell you, they're all snot-nosed little fucking ankle-biting bastards. They don't know shit about the open world out there. They think it's okay to just be in an open space. Not only that, a public open space. You can find a lot of fucking creeps in public spaces. I should know, I ran into a good few of them myself. That's why I get my coke. But that's not important. What is important is that I tell you why is it that I try to educate the youth. To be honest, I just love scaring the shit out of them. I've seen the little faces when they think that the little girl died in a refrigerator. Now that's fucking hilarious. Or forcing kids to climb up power lines. That shit's a hoot. But the people don't seem to think so. They say I'm controversial. That's real disrespectful if you ask me, because I'm the reason their kids are alive. And they don't appreciate that. So now I think it's time for a little bit of retribution. Whoa, what the fuck is happening on here? What the fuck are you up to this time, Sid? I was just doing bullshit again. Every fucking day, I tell you, you can't be recording shit in your manifesto, alright? That's evidence, even if you don't do shit. That's fucking weird. They'll fucking lock you up in an asylum just for that alone. The truth needs to come out, don't you see? It's the people need to know that the kind of justice I've done to this world. Since you call fucking child groomers and drug addicts mentally ill. I'm just saying, man to man. I mean, come on, let's be honest. You were pretty uneducated. You're just like the rest of them. You think the world's a safe place. You can just go frolicking, gilly-gaggling all about the town like a gay little parade. It's not! It's not! Damn you, it's not! Sid, fucking Jesus. Okay, Sid, calm down, alright? Look, fuck you, Sid, fuck you. You didn't do shit. You know what, those kids, all you did was scare kids, alright? You scared a few kids. Who gives up? You don't know what it means to be a king of calamity. Sid, what the fuck did you just say? Is that like a Yu-Gi-Oh card or some shit? No, that's what they used to call me until social politics got into play. Sid, I'm gonna be honest, you're kind of freaking me out. Now, is this? A knife, Sid? Yes. It's got a cool edge about it, you see. Like me. That's cool, Sid. That's very cool. However, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm gonna go, and you're gonna record your manifesto or whatever it is you feel like you gotta do. All right? See you later, champ. No. You have to go ahead and say no. Fuck you, Sid. Yes. Yeah, that's right, baby. We're back with more Sid Davis, and yeah, that's great. But to be honest, I kind of got an attachment for Sid Davis. It's kind of like a nostalgic little thing for me. Like, heck, he's one of the reasons that I've been able to somewhat develop my editing skills to from total shit to just garbage. And also, I think we can all find enjoyment out of some old, uneducated scare tactic PSA.
The friendly attitude dispelled any misgivings Mike might have had about going with a stranger. He probably never realized until too late that he was riding in the shadow of death. But sometime that evening, Mike Merrick traded his life for a newspaper headline.
I've decided that maybe we should go for something more lighthearted. Now, there was a Girls Beware, and I'm thinking, now that would be like 10 times worse. Like, I mean, if you really want the gist of it, I mean, Sid Davis is just basically blaming the victims for making stupid decisions, which,
and fucking cringe, dude!
Sid Davis basically thinks it's your fault.
Like in Girls Beware, there's just two older guys who are hitting on these underage girls who are like, I guess like 15 or something.
Damn, boy, were you just frying chicken in there? You piss loud as fuck. I think that's pretty cool.
They're at like a carnival.
Whack-a-mole, Mr. Squidward!
They go to a movie, and then like, he's gonna take them home. However, the two guys are like pretty threatening to one of them, and one of them is like, I don't like this is a bit whack. So her friend is all, oh, I don't know, I want to go with them. And the guys are like, oh yeah, we're into it, yeah. The friend who's all like,
No means no.
just walks off and leaves her friend alone with these two guys. Good friend, very good friend. And yeah, she just goes off with the two guys. They drive past her house. They go to, I don't know, think typical movie name, like Lover's Lookout or some bullshit.
This isn't the ice cream mountain.
And then they both just, yeah, they do what you'd expect. But this PSA is basically all like, that happened, but that's okay, you can avoid it. So I just decided that this is like fucked. This is like, it just kind of feels like wrong. But again, I want to go for something more lighthearted. Now there was another one called Seduction of the Innocent. What a weird fucking title. That would have me believe Sid Davis is trying to warn adults about seductive 16-year-olds or some weird shit.
Donuts, family jewels, bullets, cojones, balls! Take your fucking balls, not my balls, balls! Get away from me! Get away from me, you sick, fucked up freak! You fucking pervert!
But no, thank God, it's about drugs. They go from pills to marijuana to,
This entire thing is a monument to man's arrogance.
heroin. I mean, I would have started off at marijuana first, just so you know, but what do I know? This is the 60s.
Mike is more experienced than you in the ways of narcotics.
So yeah, guys, basically, if you didn't know, narcotics, they're basically like airbending, you know? You're either in the ways of it or you're not. It's as simple as that, really.
But until now, he has never suggested that you toke up together.
But yeah, long story short, she eventually sells herself out to prostitution, and then the PSA's all like, oh, she was a call girl, but through drug usage she became ugly, and now she was just a streetwalker. And literally, that's how you describe it.
Because your looks begin to disintegrate. Your clients will no longer pay your price. You go from call girl to streetwalker.
And then she's like in a cell, thriving because she's not on meth or heroin or whatever the drug she was on. And to be honest, that was boring. I was put to sleep by it. The weed segment was funny. But beyond that, it was just meh. I'm not wasting my time doing a video on that boring shit. So instead, I'm gonna waste my time doing something else. This is called Why Take Chances. Enjoy.
Looks like these kids are gonna have some fun, doesn't it? If I'm not mistaken, they're heading for a picnic. As far as I'm concerned, there isn't anything any more fun. What do you think?
I mean, picnics are fine. They're fun, yeah. Prefer anal, though.
I remember the games and the races and prizes, and best of all, so many good things to eat. Hot dogs.
Well, yeah, the first thing that comes to mind when I'm thinking of a picnic is the food. Games and races, I can probably see, but prizes? What prizes? We're not going to a fucking carnival.
Hot dogs, ice cream, watermelon, cake. Makes my mouth water just to think of it. I'd sure hate to be left out when the gang's going on a picnic, wouldn't you? Well, it's too bad, but somebody is. Jimmy can't go.
What a fucking idiot. Yeah, you don't get to go to a picnic because you, bunked your head?
You see, Jimmy did something very foolish yesterday, and he hurt himself. So now he has to miss the picnic.
Wait, hold on, why doesn't he get to go to a picnic because he bumped his head? And why are we describing his as a foolish What if it was an accident? What the fuck? He's not wheelchair bound, he's not broken a leg.
Looking forward to it for weeks. Too bad. But it seems like almost every time we don't use our heads and we take chances on getting hurt or getting sick, we lose out on a lot of fun.
The heartless disregard for this kid.
They completely goddamn disrespected me, little idiots! Idiots!
Imagine waiting something for weeks. You've been told about this this epic thing that is like apparently the greatest fucking thing since sliced bread, and you can't go because of a foolish decision you made. Well, what was the foolish decision? I'm curious. Like, you know, surely he did something very stupid. Maybe he put some other kid in danger as well, or he was just he got into a fight and just maybe he was just misbehaving.
You see, yesterday, Jimmy was playing touch football. That's a swell game when you're careful. But when you don't look where you're going, you can really get hurt, like Jimmy did. It's a good thing we aren't all like Jimmy, isn't it?
What, he bumped his head? Really? That's why we're not going to let him go on the picnic? So, wait, so we're punishing him purely for being foolish? Okay, that's great, that's great. Don't punish him for misbehaving or for doing something he shouldn't have been. You know, running backwards, you know, something you shouldn't be doing. But then again, that's not exactly immoral, is it? That's not exactly misbehaving or a reason that you would, discipline a child. Also, that arm action. My boy's going to be a pitcher someday, just you wait.
It's a good thing we aren't all like Jimmy, isn't it? Because when we watch where we're going, we won't fall or do like Jimmy and run into something.
Give him some air. What if he has a seizure or something? Jesus, these fucking kids are so stupid. Sid Davis, I see why you're trying to educate them.
It's silly to take a chance like that, don't you think?
What, running backwards? Sure, yeah. I'm sure most kids learn the lesson not to run backwards after something bad happens. It's usually how most of us learn a lesson.
Let's look at some others. Here's one. A rusty nail, and believe me, it's dangerous.
Jesus, oh fuck me, not that. Come on. And the excitement in the narrator's voice too. Here's one.
A rusty nail, and believe me, it's dangerous.
Oh, and believe me, it's dangerous. I've tested it. Fucking what?
Now we all know it's a lot of fun to go barefoot, but not where there's a chance to step on a rusty nail or broken glass. Hey, look out, son. You're getting near those. Be careful. You're like,
Oh. Yeah, that's my reaction to seeing a kid just get his fucking foot stabbed with a rusty nail. Yeah. Oh.
Too late he did it. Now, who could be such a fool as to go barefoot in a place like that?
Can we stop calling my boy Jimmy a fool, alright? He's not a fool, okay? He's learning.
That kid's taking an awful chance. You know what you can get from a rusty nail or broken glass? Lockjaw.
Like, these almost remind me of the Fallout guy with his little icons. Yeah. Also, lockjaw. I haven't heard anyone talk about lockjaw since the 60s. And I wasn't even born back then, so I've never heard anyone talk about it. Period.
Lockjaw. And if you don't think that's bad, ask your mother or your teacher.
Well, mother or teacher? Why not your dad? Why not your dad? I mean, you can ask your dad too, right? That's weird. This is the 60s. What would women don't know anything yet? Well, how would they know what lockjaw is? Come on, that's left up to the dad. We know that women don't learn anything. Like 1979 or some shit. Like actually, why? That's actually a good fucking question. Why not? Why isn't the dad brought up at all? What the fuck? Don't bother your dad. He's reading the newspaper and drinking a beer. Go ask Mom. She has plenty of free time.
You suppose Jimmy's finally managed to get out of trouble? You can't be taking a chance eating a hot dog, can you? No, not eating a hot dog. But if you go in swimming right after eating, that's a different story.
Oh, thank Christ. I thought Jimmy was actually gonna, start choking on the food. Oh my god. So, yeah, okay, so you can't choke on a hot dog, kids. Remember that. You're never choking on a hot dog. So just, just chow that down like it's the only food you've seen in the last week.
But if you go in swimming right after eating, that's a different story. Why? Because you're liable to get a cramp. It's like a red-hot poker jammed into you.
Ah! Shit! Fuck me! Ah! You don't do that! You don't know!
What's your name? That's what the freaks are, you know.
That is not helping, man! That is not helping!
That's why we need to be just like them.
No, man. We're gonna have a fucking problem.
If we're gonna do this, you're gonna talk me to death.
It hurts so bad you can't do a thing to help yourself. Well, Jimmy's lucky again. The lifeguard happened to be watching. If he hadn't, Jimmy might have drowned. All because he forgot and went swimming too soon after eating.
Cramps are not that bad. What? Did he eat a whole fucking roast dinner before he jumped in that pool? Doesn't feel that bad. Doesn't feel pleasant, but I mean, well, then again, I've never had a stitch in the water. What is this? Sorry, Sid. What do I know? What do I know? Carry on, Sid. Carry on. Also, don't bring your hot dog into the ocean. That's one way to ruin your hot dog.
All boys and girls like dogs, but if you suddenly stick out your hand at one before he has a chance to get acquainted or see you, he may bite you. Make friends with a dog like this boy. Put your hand out to him slowly, with your fist closed, so he can use his nose to see who you are.
You know what, Sid? You get +1 respect from me for that. Even today, people think that dogs should be 100% perfect and little angels all the time without fucking up once, under any circumstance. And I think that's bullshit. You know what, you did? That's a good thing you did there. You know what, good job.
And above all, when a dog is eating, he doesn't like to have anyone pet him.
Okay, wait, what? This dog doesn't like to be petted when he's eating or just any old time? I'm sorry. Okay, Sid, what the fuck? This is starting to sound like abuse. This dog has been abused. I think this dog has been abused. Why does it, like maybe if the dog has had to deal with other dogs trying to take its food, I can understand then maybe it would be a bit...
Remember, Jimmy, pets are fine if they belong to you or your friends. But we know it's too risky to fool around with stray dogs or cats.
Well, yeah, obviously, I don't fuck about with stray animals, but that's a given, I think.
It's a good thing all kids aren't like Jimmy. If they were, their mothers and fathers would never know what to expect. Now look what he's done. Talked his friends into digging a cave in the hillside.
Alright, what? This is like an episode of Ed, Edd and Eddy or some shit. What the fuck is he doing? This Jimmy is going to get everybody killed. That's gonna be like the main character arc for Jimmy. He's gonna, like, not only are his mistakes like fucking up his life, but it's also gonna be fucking up the lives of his friends and family. That's gonna be a dark. That's some Breaking Bad shit right there.
Fuck you.
Women, do not play video games.
Talked his friends into digging a cave in the hillside. Well, what's wrong with that, somebody might ask? After all, miners do it, and well diggers dig holes.
Who the fuck's gonna ask what's dangerous about digging your own mine as a child?
After all, miners do it.
No, what are you talking about? These kids have put supports up. Look at that shit. That's great. This place is structurally sound.
See what I mean?
Oh, sweet Jesus.
If they don't work fast now, Jimmy's going to be smothered.
No, fuck that. Jimmy's dead. Jimmy just got fucking crushed by rocks and rubble and shit. He's not coming out of that alive. Like, he's not, like, if he is alive, he's a vegetable.
Oh, my dude, you just got pranked. Bet you didn't see that one coming, huh, baby?
Do what you're gonna do.
No, boys and girls, it doesn't pay. It's too dangerous. If we dig holes or caves, we're taking a chance on being caught by a cave-in.
Well, okay, so what the fuck's happening here? This is so stupid. This is ridiculous. So, like, he just got, like trampled on by a whole bunch of rocks and rubble and dirt and shit. And he's still alive, perfectly fine. He looks fine. He looks fine. This is Ed and Eddy. Ed and Eddy? Ed, Edd and Eddy. This is Ed, Edd and Eddy. Look, like, call me crazy, but I think maybe showing some consequences for the actions of these kids might be great. If you're gonna fucking have them be in a cave-in, you might as well have them be a little bit banged up. I mean, it might sound counterproductive to my argument in Boys Beware, but in Boys Beware, my argument was more so that we either don't know what happened to the kids or they die.
And they reported it to the juvenile authorities. Ralph was arrested, and Jimmy was released on probation in the custody of his parents.
I think we can all imagine what would happen if you get a nail in the foot, and the last thing I'd be worried about is lockjaw, to be perfectly fucking frank. But beyond that, you know, like, I think, you know, if you're gonna show a kid being in a cave-in, you might want to show some consequences of that shit, alright? I watched Man in Cave, alright? That shit's scary. Jimmy's not just gonna, like, shrug it off like it was a casual Tuesday. Oh, maybe for Jimmy it was a casual Tuesday. I mean, he seemed to get into a lot of shit.
Not only holes and caves, anywhere that there's a chance of getting caught where you can't get out. Places like an old well, or any hole in the ground. Where men are working.
Jimmy, for fuck's sake, just stay inside. Like, I don't know what you're doing in this, like, fucking barren wasteland without any supervision to begin with. Like, I mean, stay home and stay safe.
What the fuck? Get the fuck out of here! What the fuck?
I'm sorry.
There are plenty of places and ways to play that aren't dangerous.
Get on with it.
Yes, get on with it! Get on with it!
What kid's gonna find a way to play with that? It's like you've got like two adults standing next to it who are clearly gonna tell them to fuck off like the other guy did. It's fine, alright? They'll lift up their own sewage grate. Sewage.
But back to our friends. That looks like a game of hide and seek. Fun, huh? And it looks like Jimmy's going to keep out of trouble for once. He can't get into anything because he's it. No, Jimmy's all right.
I don't know about that. I feel like Jimmy will just somehow forget that he's playing hide and seek, and then he'll just leave all the kids to keep hiding until they all get eventually found dead. Probably.
But I'm not so sure about Marcia. Oh, no. Well, it'll still be all right if they can just find her. Too bad. That one girl might have found her if Jimmy hadn't stopped her.
Jimmy, for fuck's sake, that's not even stupid. I don't even know why you would stop it. Wait, why did Jimmy stop him? Can you give us a reason?
Women, do not
decide for me.
The PSA couldn't even give us a reason for why he stopped her. He just stopped her. As far as we're concerned, he's foolish, but, like, he's not, like, a quitter, at the very least. I don't know.
They all think Marcia's gone home. They don't know she's trapped in that old icebox and can't get out. It was an hour before Marcia's mother called the police, and they finally found her. It was almost too late.
Oh yeah, that's news to me. You didn't tell us that she was locked into the icebox. It's an icebox, and it's locked.
There was only a little bit of air in that icebox. If they'd been a few minutes later, Marcia might have died.
Yeah, I'm willing to bet everyone watching actually thought that she would have died. Because I did. Trust me, if you've seen Sid Davis's work, you'd know that he has no issue, like, just harming kids. Even put them in actual harm. Like, not just harm in the PSAs, harm in real life. So yeah, let's all just, you know, shed a prayer for the fact Sid didn't actually kill off a child this time.
Amen!
If they'd been a few minutes later, Marcia might have died. Nothing like this will ever happen to any of us, because we've learned from what happened to Marcia.
However, I do want to bring up the fact, what did this little girl ever do? She's just like, why wasn't this Jimmy? Like, Jimmy's actually putting other lives in peril. Like, like, it's not even the fact that he couldn't find her to begin with, now it's the fact that he stopped someone from finding her. Like, how much are we gonna villainize poor Jimmy here? What the fuck? Like, we've already established Jimmy to be, like, this a cartoon-esque character who like can just go through all this shit and somehow turn out all right and not have any issues with him. Like bonking his head on trees and not having brain damage, getting a fucking nail driven through his foot. You know, that's fine. He'll walk that off literally. So like him being locked in an ice box, I could at least imagine that being like, oh, it's fine, it's Jimmy, he can handle it. It's just a little girl. It's just some random little girl. We never. What the fuck?
So far, we've seen all the wrong things. Is there anything wrong with flying a kite? No, not when a bright kid does it.
What the fuck did you... Sorry, what was that, Sid?
No, not when a bright kid does it.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I thought you said what? No, sorry, carry on.
It's real fun. A good kite flyer picks an open field with no trees or houses. He uses string, not wire.
Wire.
I think everybody but Jimmy knows by now how foolish it is to play in the street or run out without looking.
Mother bloody fuck bitch! Bloody bastard! Fucking running like lady, eh? Is that a quiz or something?
Why would you not use a wire kite if it's sunny outside? It's not really an issue then, is it? I mean, I wouldn't really have told... Well, maybe I would have. Maybe I would have. On a rainy day. I wouldn't have taken it out on a rainy day anyway. There's no thunder. Because there's no thunder going off. I suppose it's lightning you'd be worried about. What the fuck am I talking about? Wait, is this supposed to be for special needs kids? Nah, it would have been more obvious than that, surely. I wouldn't pay for this shit. Don't fly your kite in the rain. Make like a paper boat or something, I don't know. What does Sid think kids do for fun? They just think, oh, it's raining. What are the many things I can do at this current moment? Oh yeah, fly a fucking kite.
Get the point? I thought you would. It's no fun being struck by lightning.
Get the point? He said that like there would be a pun. There was no pun there. That was very odd.
I don't know whether Jimmy's lost his kite or what.
What, dude, you're the fucking narrator. I'd hope you'd know.
But he's really asking for trouble, climbing a power or telephone pole. Maybe he thinks he's a pretty good climber. But even if he is, one of two things may happen. If he doesn't fall, he may touch a power line. And I can tell you that isn't any fun.
Okay, one, why is he wearing a crown? Two, why is this kid just allowed to climb up the pole? I mean, like, we know it's dangerous, right? They're even telling us it's dangerous, so why the fuck are they allowing Jimmy to do it? If he look at him, like, the whole time watching this, I'm actually thinking he's gonna fall any moment because he keeps slipping and keeps, like, not getting the right grip in with his grippage.
Grippage?
Yeah, grippage with his foot.
It's a ridiculous thing to say, isn't it?
He's not getting the right grippage with his foot.
You're an idiot! Grippage!
It's just like, it's just scary shit. What if he falls? Like, even if there's like, you know, mats or something down to like, you know, break his fall. Like, what if he smacks like into the fucking sign? Not sign. What if he smacks into the fucking fence, you know, like Bane does to Batman or some shit? Like, it's just like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Even if you have like one of those really thick mats that like, you know, stop people's falls. I wouldn't trust that. That's so fucking high. Plus he's actually up there next to like electrical wires and shit. Get him the fuck down there. Just stick to the illustrations.
Well, kids, what have we learned so far?
Oh yeah, well, you know what I've learned? I learned that Sid Davis has no problems or qualms with just letting a kid endanger his life for the sake of his shitty little PSA.
We're not going to be like Jimmy. We're too smart to forget to look where we're going. Or to get careless and step on a rusty nail or broken glass. We don't want lockjaw.
Don't get lockjaw. Please don't get lockjaw. Like, that's like the main reason this whole PSA is being made. Like, just don't get lockjaw. It's not fun or clever.
Sir,
got lockjaw.
You promised.
I promised to try not to.
Yeah, well, you didn't try very hard, did you?
Mark, I tried incredibly hard. Just turns out it was literally impossible not to.
We like to swim too well to spoil it by going in the water right after eating. We'll let Jimmy fool around with stray dogs and cats. We know it's too dangerous.
There's something really fucking weird about this dog image. I don't know what it is. He's got no snout.
No, sir, when that picnic car or truck pulls out for the big event, we're going to be on it. We're going to have a good time.
You guys, wait up! Come on, let me in!
Dumbass! Fall! Dork! Bullhead! Guy's an idiot. Yeah, he's an idiot.
Well, they're really rubbing it in that he doesn't get to come along. They just keep waving until they're completely out of shot. Holy fuck.
And this will never happen to us, because we're too smart to be like Jimmy and climb power poles.
If everyone knows not to do all these things like you claim, yeah, like, why make the PSA and endanger a kid's life? That's what I want to know.
We'll leave the chance-taking to Jimmy. He can stay home and feel sorry for himself all day, because he didn't use that big bump on his shoulder.
Poor Jimmy. Why didn't Jimmy ever get to learn his lesson? Like, why does Jimmy have to be the fallback boy? Like, you know what? Fuck you. I don't care what any of you say. I would rather hang out with Jimmy than all these other cretins. Alright? Like, Jimmy knows how to have a good time.
Because he didn't use that big bump on his shoulder. Know what I'm talking about? His head. Let's all use ours. Why take chances?
Because they're fun, bro. Oh, duh. Man, even this illustration of Jimmy it's just a perfect example of how Jimmy actually is. Like, he's got bags under his eyes, he looks completely done with life, and just completely, like, mentally gone from, like, the lack of oxygen, or the bumps to the head, just like water to the lungs and going to the brain and shit. Like, he just can't even speak full sentences, he just says head. Not even my head, just head. So yeah, but yeah, that's great, wasn't it? That was awesome. That was. Why take a chance? Why take chance? Sorry, why take chances? Why take chances? Why take a chance? I think is a better title, but what do I know? I don't make films. So all in all, I think we learned an important lesson today. We learned not to run backwards because we can't go to a picnic. I actually don't think it's that bad compared to Boys Beware, because at least he's not using these big artsy schmartsy words to try and sound clever and poetic. When you're trying to make me like feel sympathy for a character who is having to sell her body out for prostitution so that she can afford her crack addiction or whatever, maybe don't like lose me with the amount of weird fucking words you're using, like and the weird ways you like to describe things. And at least if you keep it simple and keep it like this, I can understand what the fuck you're talking about and it's not boring. It's just so weird. Like don't safety about flying kites, not eating before you go swimming, don't dig mines, don't go out barefoot. Hide and seek can be dangerous. It's just so random and so weird. It's scatterbrained. But like the whole digging a whole ass fucking mine in like the side of like a hill or some shit. Like you'd get bored after digging like a fucking like a 2-foot hole at the beach with sand. That shit's gonna be dirt, rocks, and soil and shit. No kid's gonna do that, trust me. If I wouldn't have done it, no one would have done it. That's my rule. But yeah, Sid's a fool. He offers nothing to children other than very basic elementary stuff. Like heck, maybe show the don't run backwards to a kid who's literally just learning to walk. Maybe that would be a good idea, because I feel like a 12-year-old might have already tried to run backwards and would have learnt the lesson by now. Except Jimmy, but again, Jimmy's a special case. So yeah, PSA for no one, because Sid admits himself that everyone would never act like Jimmy. So ultimately, we just wasted our time. Fuck me.
Come on and jump up in the air, jump without a care, jump up 'cause you know that I'll be there, and if you find you're short on joy,